Welcome to Possibility Place Nursery. Welcome to paradise. We're going to talk about pruning. We're going to talk about pruning this Chinkapin oak. I planted this a few years ago and it's in need of just a little bit of pruning. But first, safety. Safety first. Right, when you're planting a tree, call Julie. Make sure you do the safety steps first. Very important. Pruning, you're dealing with sharp tools. Sometimes people want to get out a ladder and prune over their head. It's a really bad idea if you don't have training. As soon as you have to get the ladder out, think about calling someone first. So what we use at the farm here to prune our trees, and again, our trees are smaller. So pruners, handsaw, loppers, getting into bigger stuff, and then small chainsaws. Now, if you have no training on a chainsaw, don't go out and buy a chainsaw and think that you know what you're doing. Make sure you buy safety equipment with it, helmet, face guard, and of course, some chaps for your legs. You never want to put a chainsaw into your body. We are going to start pruning some of the branches off this beautiful Chinkapin oak. For this size tree, I will strictly use pruners. I like Felco pruners. They have a bunch of different styles, but Felco 8s are my go-to to prune. So first thing I'm going to do is talk about when you're making a cut, and I want to be really clear on this. Make sure you do not cut too close to where the crotch is. So what I'm going to do is make a bad cut right now so you can see what it looks like. And you kind of cut too deep, and it's really super flush there, and that's problematic. This one's not terrible, but you want to leave 1/8 of an inch up from where you prune. So we can go to this branch now, and I could show you what I think is a better, which is what I would recommend doing. You can see there's definitely a little bit of a nub there, and that's going to make it a lot easier for this tree to seal. Trees do not heal, they seal over their wounds. Okay, so very important to understand that. So now some other branches that I'm going to start taking off are the ones on the ground here. I generally like to leave these on, but just for demonstration purposes, the branches on the ground do a nice job of keeping the weed whackers away and the mowers. So that's actually that's where a nice set of sharp pruners, and normally I don't have a great angle here, but I come around and I should have taken that there. But we'll move up the tree now, and so this one has this dead branch here, and you can see it's been kind of dead for a while, and you can just kind of take that off, but you see that's kind of nasty there. And so what I would do is just like so. Yeah, you can see there's some dead wood there. That will seal over nicely and keep growing. So then that's pretty much all I would take off right now on the lower branches, unless there's a little bit of dead here and there that you want to take off. But again, I want to leave on as many branches as possible because the leaves are making food for the tree, which is going to really make your tree a lot healthier. So as we move up the tree, you can also start to identify some dead branches. And if you're not really sure a dead branch, you can just take your pruners and scratch it right there, and then you'll see that it's brown and it's dead. That's a dead branch. You can just cut that off. I could tell this one's dead. You'll get better the more you do it as identifying dead branches. To know if it's alive, you don't want to do this too much on a branch, but you can just scratch it a little bit and see how green it is. That's a live branch. Don't be doing that all over to every branch because that's opening wounds, and just basically do it to a branch you think might be dead, and remove that dead branch. So here's another one that's dead on the backside, and again, they're dying off because of light. There is no light on the backside of this tree, and like I said before, it is starting to lean this way to the west because it has too much shade from the east. Now the tree is getting pretty tall, and the best thing to do is stand back, look at the tree, figure out what you want your leader to be. Always take as few branches as possible. We want those leaves to produce food. So this, instead of getting a ladder, trees are pretty flexible. You could just bend the tree over to you, right? And then I would take I'll just take some more aggressive pruning to show you pruning technique. But this branch here I would take right there, and then this was our dominant leader, or whichever one you want to pick. You could pick either one, is fine. Again, long term, this crotch will probably be fine. There might be some arborists or city foresters that would like to argue about that, but that makes the world go around. And that's all the pruning I would do on this tree for this year.